Hey mate, just looking to get into Darwin, thanks.
Looking to get into Darwin, mate. All right, answer these questions and you'll be in no time. Where is everything?
A few hours from Darwin.
What's the #1 reason you can't swim in Darwegian waters?
Because it's recommended you don't swim when you've had too many beers.
Correct. A 4x4 is not a real 4x4 unless it has
7 Yeti stickers on it.
Correct. What are the 2 seasons in Darwin?
The wet season and the sweat season.
Correct. And how do you win the lottery in Darwin?
Buy a fishing rod, go to a river and catch the $1 million fish.
Correct. When a Darwinian isn't at work, what are they doing?
Drinking beers.
Correct. And when a Darwinian is at work, what are they doing?
Drinking beers.
Correct. Where is Adelaide?
Down south.
Correct. Where is Melbourne?
Down south.
Correct. Where is Queensland?
Down south.
Correct. Where is Thailand?
Down south.
Correct. Who is the biggest fitness influencer in Darwin?
Big red kangaroos.
Oh, correct. Ooh, they have some big pecs. What's Darwin's #1 import?
Humidity.
Correct. And what's the biggest export?
Sweat patches.
Correct. On a boiling hot morning and to cure a hangover, what do Darwegians eat?
A piping hot laksa.
Correct, mate. What are the Darwinian versions of these phrases? Netflix and chill.
Netflix and sweat.
Correct. Take a chill pill, mate.
Take a Yeti pill, mate.
Correct. You can take the Darwinian out of Darwin, but you can't Darwin out of the Oh, God, that one's confusing to me, mate. I'll just give you a correct on that one, okay? Next question.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, hi. Just looking to get into Sydney, thanks.
Okay, take a seat. We'll just run through these questions and you'll be off to Sydney in no time. Where would you never see a Sydney-sider?
The other side of the bridge they currently live on.
Correct. And what are Sydney-siders most afraid of?
The other side of the bridge they currently live on.
Correct. What subscriptions do Sydney-siders have?
Netflix, Stan, Binge, Disney, and the M2 tolls.
Correct. What is the most listened to radio in Sydney?
Radio messages in the M5 tunnel.
Correct. Which is further away from the city, Penrith or the moon?
Penrith.
Correct. Where do you go to look at the most interesting animals in Sydney?
Bondi.
Correct. What would Sydney's autobiography be entitled?
Entitled.
Correct. What is the name of the structure Sydney-siders climb to be above everyone else?
The corporate ladder.
Correct. Melbourne has overpriced bars you can't find. What does Sydney have?
Overpriced bars you can find.
Correct. Where in Sydney would you find the most plastic?
Oh, Madame Tussauds. No. Double Bay.
Correct. Where is Sydney's largest escape room?
The Bondi Junction car park.
Absolutely correct. The roads in Sydney were inspired by which famous game?
Snakes and ladders.
Correct. Pepsi comes in glass bottles. Coke comes in
bags.
Correct. What is the uniform worn on the northern beaches?
Gym clothes.
Correct. And where are they never seen?
The gym.
Correct. What notice board would you find Sydney's most wanted?
The back page of the newspaper.
Correct. When is the only time of year rich people leave Sydney Harbour?
The Sydney to Hobart boat race.
Correct. And where in Sydney is the biggest infestation of cockroaches?
6 Macquarie Street.
And what's that called?
Parliament House.
Correct. Queensland has the big pineapples. Sydney has
the big debt.
Correct. Recently, Sydney's economy was boosted by what?
OnlyFans.
Correct. Sydney's #1 import is?
Backpackers.
Correct. And #1 export?
Broke backpackers.
Correct. What costs more than a ticket to a show at the Opera House?
1 drink at the Opera Bar.
Correct. Sydney was founded as a prison. What has changed?
Nothing?
Correct. What would you find at Paddy's Markets?
Pickpockets.
Correct. Where is the most likely place a Sydney private schoolboy will get in trouble?
Private messages.
Correct. Melbourne has killer coffee. Sydney has?
Ivan Milat.
Correct. How do Sydney-siders deal with the ever-growing cost of living?
Prosecco.
And how do they deal with the traffic jams?
Prosecco.
Correct. And if they have to go to the Shire?
Prosecco.
Correct. Complete this sentence. A Prosecco a day
keeps the thoughts of crippling debt away.
Correct. If you're sent to jail in Sydney, you're sent to
Wollongong.
Correct. And if you're granted parole, you're sent to
Gosford.
What's the difference between Sydney Olympic Park and a piece of
nothing?
That is correct. What happens to an investment banker when they commit a financial crime?
They get promoted.
Correct. What's the average income in Sydney?
12 credit cards.
Correct. How much do you earn a month?
20,000.
Correct. How much do you pay in tolls a month?
20,000.
Correct. Almost there. How long is an apprenticeship in Sydney?
4 years.
Correct. And how long does it take you to get to work?
4 years.
Correct. And finally, what's the main reason you want to live in Sydney?
I want to go to the opening of every new restaurant and then never go there again.
Top answer. Top answer. Well, you've done it. You have passed the test. You are sentenced to 12 years. Sorry. I mean, the train leaves in 24 minutes past its scheduled time.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to live on the other side of the bridge to you, so I'll never see you in my life again.
Bye. Okay, go yourself.
Oh, you want to get into Perth, mate?
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Proven difficult over the past couple of years, but yeah, answer these questions, you'll be in no time. First things first, how do you spell Perth?
P-E-R-F, Perth.
Correct. If a person from Melbourne is called a Melburnian, a person from Perth is called a Perthling. Most people say Sandgroper, but I'll take Perthling. Correct. Perth's biggest import is
Plane loads of whinging Poms and New Zealanders.
correct, and it's pretty obvious what the export is.
Weddings in Bali.
Oh, hey there, mate.
Oh, hi, you looking to get into Tasmania?
Oh, no, I was looking for New Zealand.
Yeah, that's that way. Thanks. Hey, mate, just looking to get into Tasmania. Don't play games, mate. New Zealand's that way.
Oh, no, I'm serious.
Oh, okay. Go on then. Don't I have to answer some questions or something? Oh, yeah, let's do that. What is Tasmania's biggest export? 20 to 30-year-olds. Correct. And what is Tasmania's biggest import? Wind. Correct. Tasmanians are sick of hearing that they live on an island shaped like a what? A vagina. Correct. And what's the most famous exhibition in Tasmania? The Wall of Vaginas. Correct. What famous invention was designed by a Tasmanian? Black box. Correct. What brown solid is famously produced in Tasmania?
Cadbury.
No, wait. It's the poop from the poop machine that poops every day at Mona. Correct. Who has the lowest average income? Tasmania. Correct. Comparatively, who has the highest rental prices? Tasmania. Correct. Why is Tasmania referred to as the Apple Isle? In a bid to actually have an Apple store in the state. Correct. If you hurt yourself and need to use the health system, where do you go in Tasmania? Melbourne. Correct. Queenstown, New Zealand or Queenstown, Tasmania? Beautiful. Queenstown, New Zealand. Correct. Picturesque blue water? Queenstown, New Zealand. Correct. Brown tap water? Queenstown, Tasmania. Correct. Hillbilly as Queenstown, Tasmania. Correct. If Tasmania had an AFL team, it'll be called what? The Parochials. Correct. Facebook in Tasmania is referred to as what? Family WhatsApp group. Correct. What's the #1 sport in Tasmania? Spotting extremely sunburnt tourists because they think the sun won't burn them. Correct. Who runs Tasmania? Nepotism. Correct. How do you get a job in Tasmania? Nepotism. Correct. How do you start a family in Tasmania? Nepotism. Correct. Queensland has Margot Robbie, who is Tasmania's biggest star. Boonie. Correct. When can you get your car licence in Tasmania? 17. Correct. And what do all 17-year-old car drivers do in Tasmania? Blockies. Correct. The nightlife in Tasmania is excellent. Is a sentence that's never been spoken ever. Correct. What venue do you go to see a boxing match in Tasmania? You get front row seats outside Pizzacom in Launceston. Correct. Considering Tasmania has minimal pollution, where do you find the most smoke and smog in Tasmania? Bridgewater. Correct. Byron Bay has Splendour in the Grass. Sydney and Melbourne have the Ultra Festival. Tasmania has Agfest. Correct. Melbourne has a train. Adelaide has a train. Brisbane has a train. Sydney has a train. Tasmania has 2,500 kilometres of walking tracks. Correct. What do you call mainlanders arriving on the Spirit of Tasmania? Boat people. Correct. What's the national anthem of Tasmania? What About Me by Shannon Knoll. And that's why he has a map of Tasmania on his face right there. Correct. Bonus point for that one. On the mainland, bartenders are called bartenders, but bartenders in Tasmania are called what? Your cousin. Correct. Who do Tasmanians see at school? Their cousins. Correct. School in Tasmania may as well be called what? Homeschool. Correct. What do Tasmanians love? The cool, crisp, fresh air. Correct. What do Tasmanians hate? The cool, crisp, fresh air. Correct. When is tourist season in Tasmania? The 24 hours after the Sydney to Hobart boats arrive. Correct. What's a Tasmanian's biggest fear? Someone asking them over to their house at their neck of the woods, which is 20 minutes away. Correct. Who could be bothered doing that? Name a picturesque place to visit in Tasmania. Wineglass Bay. Correct. Name a place where whales and seals were dragged ashore and slaughtered. Wineglass Bay. Correct. What's the national dress in Tassie? A puffer jacket with shorts. Correct. What's the fashion statement in Tassie? A Patagonia puffer jacket with shorts. Correct. How do Tasmanians function in the depths of winter? Red wine. Correct. How do Tasmanians function in the depths of summer? White wine. Correct. And finally, if you've moved from the mainland and now call Tasmania home, when will you officially be considered a Tasmanian by those who were born and bred here? Absolutely never. Correct. Okay, mate, you've passed. Grab a puffer jacket on your way out and your cousin's here to pick you up. Oh, thanks, mate. Oh, my cousin. Okay. Right, this should be relatively painless. Great. Just answer these questions and we'll have you across the border into Melbourne in no time. First things first, what is the river that runs through Melbourne? The Yarra River. Correct. And where is Melbourne's sewage facility? The Yarra River. Also correct. And what is the official tree of Melbourne? An indoor fiddle leaf fig that's died. Correct. What are the top 3 sports in Melbourne? Complaining about the weather, telling everyone that Sydney and protesting. Correct. The 4th being AFL. Beginning with A, where would you never find a Melburnian? Adelaide. Melbourne's #1 export is baristas. Correct. Melbourne's #1 import is rain. What would a Melburnian be disappointed by? Oh, if a cafe doesn't have oat milk. By law, every Melburnian must carry a puffer jacket. Correct. If you're sentenced to prison, where are you sent? Frank's... No. Geelong. Got it in one. Melbourne is known for its multitude of large events, sporting events, theatres, festivals. So if you see a Melburnian in a long queue, they are queuing for what? Brunch. What is Melbourne's most famous invention? Oh, lockdowns. Lockdown, correct. When specifically driving in Melbourne, what are you likely to see? Oh yeah, the signs are everywhere. Protesters. It's been 56 years since St Kilda has won the premiership. What else has been missing since 1966? Summer. Correct. What measures do Melburnians take to tackle the ever-growing house prices? They drink wine. After a hard day's work, what do Melburnians do? They drink wine. Also correct. After a not-so-hard day at work, what do Melburnians do? Tell everyone it was a hard day's work and then drink wine. Correct. What is Melbourne's adaptation of the phrase, dot your I's and cross your T's? Dot your I's and never cross the river. Correct. A common phrase in Melbourne is, I will never wait in line for food. Correct. What does a Melburnian do every other night? Waits in line for food. Correct. The official hangover cure for a Melburnian is dim sum from the South Melbourne market. Correct. And what is a Melburnian's greatest fear? The needle breaking on their record player. Correct. At what venue religiously on a Sunday at 10:30 will you find a Melburnian? The South Melbourne markets. Correct. The number one liquid that is consumed in Melbourne is Aesop hand soap. Correct. Who appears most on television screens in Melbourne? Daniel Andrews. Correct. At what venue do Melbourne politicians meet? Oh yeah, it's an iconic building, isn't it? Luna Park. Correct. Where is the hallowed turf? In Carlton Gardens on a sunny day on Saturday. Correct. Where will you find the biggest lines in Melbourne? Revs. Correct. Who is the biggest star in Melbourne to have never been taken down? The Melbourne Star. Correct. What stock do most Melburnians own? Birkenstocks. Correct. When people say Melbourne has soul, what are they referring to? Their R.M. Williams. Correct. What is the most traded underground commodity? Whiskey in underground bars that you can't find. Correct. Where do people watch both the sunset and sunrise? Revs. At birth, every Melburnian is put in the ballot for their MCC membership. Correct. Where is Melbourne Airport located? Tullamarine. Correct. Where is Melbourne's best surf beach? Tullamarine. Correct. What is the most popular juice in Melbourne? Vape juice. And finally, considering the horrific traffic, what is the one thing that can pick any Melburnian up under any circumstance? An Uber. No. A coffee. No. I know this one. It's saying the phrase, at least I don't live in Tasmania. Correct, that's absolutely it. Okay, a few final things. What's your name? Byron. We can change that. Okay, want to grab a coffee? Oh, nah. Just kidding, yeah! What's your coffee order? Let's go. I have oat milk. Yeah.